Welcome to A Taste of AZ podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by our friends at Purely Sedona. We encourage you to check out their website and social media, as they were a proud sponsor of our Taste of AZ Food and Drink Festival. With their help, we're able to bring you some of Arizona's best food and beverage. Now, let's jump right into our episode with them.
All right, I think we're ready now. We're ready to go. Katie, thanks for joining again.
Thank you for having me.
Last May, it seems like it was a lot longer ago, right?
It does, actually.
It hasn't even been a full year. Well, yeah, no, I guess it has now. But glad to have you back on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
happy to be here.
Absolutely. So we have, we're in this beautiful space. We're in Old Town Scottsdale. It's called Empire, and it's like a co-working. It used to be an art gallery, I think he was saying, right?
Yes.
They have a podcast studio. This is like
the glamour area to get ready.
It does, yeah. This is beautiful. We went up 3 flights of stairs. We turned corners. We opened doors, and here we are in this beautiful space. And we've got the Purely Sedona website up. Zach, huge shout out to Zach over here for setting that up. It was seamless. He had no problems at all doing it. But shout out to Empire Logan. That's not his name. That would be a cool name, though. Empire Logan.
Oh, I was like, that is his name. It is Logan.
Logan from Empire for letting us use this space. So you guys provide them with water for their people?
Yep, we have partnered with them a few times.
Yeah.
To just see what we can do for each other.
Nice. I'm starting to see Purely Sedona water everywhere, and I love it. That's
and
great.
You'll continue to see it everywhere. Hopefully even more of everywhere.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes.
We'll get into that a little bit. But first, I have to thank you guys for being our water sponsor for our festivals.
Happy to be.
That is to me, that's such a cool kind of value add that we can provide to our guests. Is like, they're like, oh dang, like it's either I love Purely Sedona, or it's like, oh, I didn't know we had water here locally. And the glass bottles are beautiful. We can't have the glass bottles at the stadium because of the breakage.
Rules.
Yeah, because of the rules. But no, having Purely Sedona as our water source at our festival every January is awesome. So thank you for partnering with us.
Happy to be that. We love doing things locally. We feel like we're part of the experience now.
Yeah.
Like we're part of Arizona, so grab us while you're doing everything else.
I love it. And if you want still or you want sparkling.
Or plastic or glass.
Yeah.
Or little or big.
So many options. Yeah. So, Katie, you are who and what is your role with Purely Sedona?
I am the president and partial owner, family owned, of Purely Sedona.
Okay.
Or of Sedona Bottling Company, which makes Purely Sedona.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Does it say that on here?
It does.
Yeah, it sure does.
Bottled by
Sedona Bottling Company. And the source is?
The source is up in Oak Creek Canyon.
Yeah.
Do you know where the trout farm is?
Yeah.
So my sister raises trout.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Ah, that's awesome.
So it's a trout trailer park and a big campsite.
It's really close to Junipine, right?
Yes.
Junipine, like it's like a resort.
On the way to Slide Rock Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Excellent. So my friend Brett Vibber, he's actually like the culinary director now of like Maynard, all of his stuff, Merkin and all those things. But he was like the main chef at the table at Junipine. And he loves all that. Like he forages for all of his food and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I love that stuff. And so he was like, yeah, dude, he made this dish and it was trout. He's like, yeah, it's like literally like half a mile down the road.
Yeah, that area is great. My sister, I think when we bought the property, they told us it had something like 17 different fruit bearing trees on it or something. You know what I mean? Like some crazy number. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like,
yeah. How does your sister get into? I mean, I know that this is a podcast about Purely Sedona, but now I'm intrigued about the trout farm.
Oh, we can talk about my sister. That's great.
Yeah. Older sister, younger sister.
Older sister, 4 years older.
Yeah.
She got into it. We had bought this company 2013.
Purely Sedona.
The Sedona Bottling Company. Yep. Yeah. And with it, we had a first right of refusal on the source property. So maybe 2016, 2017, we bought the spring property. And my sister, she was working for PepsiCo in Chicago.
Yeah.
She quit her job there and came down to raise trout and manage a trailer park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a change.
Yeah.
What a difference.
She's a nomad. She was in the Peace Corps in Kyrgyzstan for 2 years. So like it was like Peace Corps, then business school, then Pepsi, then trout farming. It's kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
I love it. So I saw you before. I don't know if we're supposed to give a shout out to Pepsi, but you had a Diet Pepsi when we were giving. Well, there's a big part of your story that is Pepsi,
yes.
right? What is that? What is the Pepsi connection?
Pepsi connection is my dad basically raised us in Pepsi. He was a Pepsi distributor in North Dakota. They have independent bottlers and distributors. And so we bottled it in our hometown until I was in 4th or 5th grade.
Okay.
And then my dad dragged us to all the meetings. I'm sure it was his way of cheapening family vacations because he could expense them. But we would always go to the Pepsi meeting, and then we'd extend by 2 or 3 days and go somewhere nearby.
Yeah.
And so he always dragged us to the meetings. So it's like I've been going to national marketing Pepsi meetings since I was like 10 or 11. Well, probably not that young, probably 14 or 15. But,
okay. Yeah.
But by the time you get to business school, you're like, I know all those buzzwords.
Yeah. Well, and probably better, right? Like, because to me, like business school is like, it's great. It's a lot of theory.
But PepsiCo's hiring the best of the best people at business school. So you're getting like the best presentations and the best, you know what I mean? It's all buzzwords and perfectly formulated data and all, you know, so they do a wonderful job.
Yeah.
They're very skilled.
What a great way to kind of, to begin where your journey has come.
Yes and no. It sets the bar very high.
Sure. Yeah. Like almost unattainable, bar kind of.
Well, like, yes and no, because like my father will be like, well, I need this. And it's like, that is there. It just doesn't look like the way PepsiCo gives it to you.
Sure.
I'm not going to spend 25 minutes editing all the formatting so that it looks pretty for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
this is what bootstrapping looks like, kind of,
exactly.
right? Yeah. Yeah. So that was, so to kind of bring us up to current, so he was with Pepsi, and then you guys started this in 2013. What?
He's still with Pepsi. He was actually, he was looking to buy, he wanted to increase his distributors. He was looking to buy a beer franchise, I believe, in Williston, North Dakota.
Okay.
And the person who owned that also owned the water company down here. And there was the deal fell through, and he said, well, I don't want to sell you the beer company, but I'll sell you this water company.
Yeah.
And at the time, I'd already graduated college, but I was getting a mechanical engineering degree at North Dakota NDSU.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was dark and cold, and I wanted to do more of design type engineering and it was just all math, and all the story problems were tractors and engines and stuff, and it was just like, okay, I don't really want to do this. Yeah. So my dad offered it to my sister to see if she wanted to run the company, and she's like, not really, and I said I would do it. So,
yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Are you glad you did?
Yes and no. I mean, yeah, I'm glad I've done something.
Sure.
It has its ups and downs. It's not been easy.
For sure. Well, my wife always tells me this. She's like, those are the things, that's what keeps people out, right? Like if it was always easy, everybody'd be doing it. And, so it puts you in this special tier. That doesn't always help me, right? She tells me that. Like, I understand. Yes, I understand. But
well, not just that, but how do you know if they were right? Like, you have to do it anyway, because what if they were just bad at what they were doing? You never know.
For sure. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yep. And so
they could be right, but you don't know.
Yeah, for them they were right. Yeah, not for us. But so yeah, like I said, thank you for being. We're so proud to have Purely Sedona as our water at our events, and it's cool to see you really expanding and seeing this place in more and more places. I actually saw that you were on the news recently.
I was.
With Jamie Soretta.
I was.
The famous and wonderful Jamie Soretta. Yes.
Yes.
How was that?
That was fun.
Yeah. You got to see that. It was cool to see, because I don't think I've ever seen footage of the actual bottling line.
Okay. I think we've had, so we did it. We recently shot, World's Greatest Water. We were selected as.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a World's Greatest TV segment on Bloomberg.
Okay.
And they interviewed people and picked us.
Yeah.
And so I think we did some filming in the plant for that. We've had like some promotional videos shot in the plant, but we're very protective of our setup.
Okay.
We do some things that not everyone in the industry does, and so it's not something we want to show everyone that we know what we're doing.
Sure. Yeah, kind of those trade secrets away. Like,
I mean, not trade
lack a better
secrets, but like
term.
we're using machines, maybe how they're not recommended to be used. You know what I mean? Well, no. Like
Yeah, I
not,
know what
not,
you mean, yeah.
not. It's like off-label. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's not an OSHA issue.
Yeah, it's not an OSHA issue, and the machine has been refabricated to meet our purposes. But
Yeah.
they were originally intended for other purposes.
And you guys are being creative with them and finding
Exactly.
unique ways to leverage them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, I mean, how much gets bottled per day, like on those machines?
Bottled per day. So we have a pretty slow line.
Okay.
We do. I think they set a new record at like 3,400 cases in an 8-hour shift with
wow.
breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? 12 in a case? 24?
24, because that would have been half-liter PET, which is our fastest SKU. So,
Okay.
yes, 24 in a bottle,
Yeah.
or 24 in a case.
24 in a case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smaller
And
bottles, though.
the smaller bottles,
Yeah,
okay.
because like the big ones, they're actually slower because the filler takes longer to fill. And
Sure.
So
Yeah.
you can't go as fast.
That makes sense. And what is it? What's the difference between packaging the still versus packaging the sparkling?
We do it all in the same line.
Okay. Yeah.
But we obviously we have to treat the still water a little differently, just because when you add carbonation, what we treat this with interacts with the carbonation.
Okay.
So other than the treatment, which is just the same line, we just turn on the carbonator.
Yeah. Nice, simple.
I
Hit that switch and now it's
Because the
carbonated.
glass requires, if we were doing carbonated in the plastic, it'd be a little different, but the glass requires the closure anyway. So
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. And now look at we got Jamie Oliver. A little special insight. Jamie Oliver is actually cooking with Sedona purely Sedona drinking water. Just kidding. So what is new then, right? So because in our episode from May 30th of last year, we kind of covered the story of Purely Sedona, kind of the background. So in the last year, what's
new?
Yeah, what's
well, we're in
happened?
Quick Trip now.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So that's been big. It's been very exciting, and
Yeah.
we're not doing terribly, so
Okay.
it's even more exciting.
Yeah.
So we've kind of taken that first huge step.
Yeah. How do you do that? Like, how do you get into a place like that? I mean, because to me, it seems like, once you kind of get into like a Whole Foods or a Sprouts or something like that, then it's like, oh, now we can get in anywhere. But I know that that's not the case.
It's definitely not the case.
Yeah.
Money opens all doors.
Sure. Yeah.
And money is the quickest and fastest way to do it. We haven't done a lot of money. That's why it's been a little bit slower.
Okay.
With Quick Trip, it requires Crescent Crown actually had the relationship.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we did have to pay a slotting fee, so there was money involved. And it was a test thing, so I don't know if we'll continuously have to pay the money or if it,
Yeah.
depending. I don't know how it goes for or how it is moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so money, and then you have to meet the requirements. So they would take you out if you weren't hitting the volumes that they wanted.
Okay. So you gotta like, they're like, all right, we're bringing you on, but you got to bring your A game. Yeah. And how do you do that? Like, is it just, do you just
Pricing?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like comparing, like to seeing what other waters are charging, like in those spaces or what?
So yeah, it's competitor to, well, yes and no. So it's partially based on competitor. It's 190, or the other 99% of it is based on how much the retailer or customer is making on the sale.
Okay.
So if they make $2 a bottle and they're getting certain money from the brands to support it, they will push that product. They'll get more space. That's how you'll get it.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, I don't really look at the signs when I walk into a convenience store to see what I want to drink. I'm very specific in what I drink.
Yep.
But I assume that like displays help. Cold space. Cold space is probably the biggest factor. People
Okay.
want a cold drink, especially in Arizona in June.
For sure. Yeah.
So-
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, it's one store could be entirely different than a different store.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
works someplace doesn't work somewhere else.
And you have to, is that like you have to like address so if we're selling our book in Barnes & Noble, we don't just sell it to Barnes & Noble and then they get it throughout all their stores. We got to hit each store individually. Is it like that with
A little bit.
Okay.
So like Whole Foods was that way initially. Like when we first launched the brand, like we launched it by walking up to Whole Foods and being like, "Will you sell our product?"
Yeah.
And
With
then
boxes, like actual boxes. Yeah.
And then being like, "Yeah, we'll do it." And Whole
Yeah.
Foods, I don't know if they still can because that was pre-Amazon.
Okay.
But Whole Foods used to be able to launch local brands that way, and so then you would gain attraction in your local ones, and then they'd pick you up regionally, and then you'd grow from there. I don't know if that's still the case or not. Don't hold me to that.
I'm quoting you on that one, Katie, for sure.
All these brands. Oh, no, I did it.
Yeah.
She
Katie
lied.
said it on the
She
Taste of AZ
lied.
podcast. Yeah.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
We were talking about QT.
Oh.
Well, I like the fact that now I can go, when I go into QT, I can grab a Purely Sedona sparkling water.
1.5, not sparkling. 1.5
Okay.
still for now.
Okay.
But that has done well. And I don't know if QT has any glass. I know 7-Eleven was carrying some glass. And Circle K might have glass.
Yeah.
But I don't know if QT does or not. But our biggest issue with putting the glass in the convenience is that we have to hit those turns. So, like, we're paying for the space to be there. So if not enough people are buying it, we've spent a whole bunch of money on a slotting that could have been a different product that would sell.
Okay.
And so when we have to pay for the space, you can't really give variety.
Sure. Yeah. You're putting your top dog in and seeing like, let's.
Most likely
like
to
this.
sell. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is the, because that's funny, I don't even think about those things. Like when I'm going into like a QT, I'm thinking, is this in glass? Is this in a can? Is this in a plastic bottle? But those are significant things on your side that you see those, right? Yeah. And you guys choose a lot to do glass. Right?
We try to do glass wherever we can just
Yeah.
because we think that it's a heightened experience compared to the plastic. Like
Sure.
it definitely, you feel classy drinking out of the glass.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And so I think that definitely adds to the product. I think the taste better out of glass too. When you have
I
a
think so, too.
cold, clean glass. And that's the other thing that was really nice. So I just realized in the foreign country when we were drinking all the different glasswares and stuff, I kept drinking out of my can being like, I know the can's clean. Like I
Yeah.
know that like there's no there's no random dishwasher that didn't get it fully, so I just drink out of the can. And so that's nice. You know, it's perfectly clean. It's crisp. There's nothing that's going to taint the water, at least on the first sip. If you have
Sure.
food on your mouth after that, no bats.
Yeah.
But
yeah. You can't clean. Yeah, I'm not responsible for that. Yeah, but it does. It feels classy. It feels nice. Like it feels elevated, right? But you have to have those options of, having plastic and all of that stuff, especially for events like a Taste of AZ.
exactly.
Yeah.
Events, pools, golf courses.
Yeah.
I don't like to keep the glass in my car just because I think there's a thing where sunlight hits glass and magnifies and starts fires. But
That's true.
so I usually
Yeah.
do plastic and have something over it. But
Yeah. But then the plastic melts sometimes,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Yeah. Some plastic melts, right? Not all
Yeah.
of it.
Pet is one of the lower ones.
Yeah. So, all right. So you're in QT. What else has gone out? I mean, is expansion happening for you guys at a reasonable rate?
Maybe
Yeah.
it seems to come in spurts. As
Okay.
I said, we've kind of chosen not to do what we call pay to play,
Okay.
and so because we've kind of avoided all of the just give us a bunch of money and see how it does
Yeah.
route of things, we've kind of only gone into places where we know what we spend we can make us our money back and we can do
Yeah.
all of that. And so because of that, there aren't as many options like because they always you get like brokers or salespeople, and they're like, "Do you want to go national?" It's like, no, we don't want to go national.
Yeah.
We just want this part of the country. And a lot of like everything's very standardized. Like there's no tailored programs. Like, oh, you can just have Arizona and California, even though both those states would make a lot of money off the product.
Yeah.
It has to be in Hawaii and you know what I mean? Like they
So
have
it's like
these,
a package deal type
well,
of
they
thing?
have regions, and then
Yeah.
sometimes if you're in or outside of region, and other than that, you have to have one-on-one relationships with the person, which is hard to achieve because
Yeah.
they're all busy.
Yeah. And how big is your company, right? Like how many employees do you have?
We have, I think, 11 line guys and 5 in the office.
Okay.
4 in the office.
Yeah. So you guys. and
We're
so-
very small.
Yeah. So do you have an internal salesperson, or do you go through Crescent?
We do go through Crescent Crown.
Okay.
We have, so yeah, I was going to say, technically all of the distributors have salespeople that work for us.
Yeah.
Whether or not we are anything they think about daily is definitely not. Crescent Crown's a little bit better because they're local and we're building the market together. But like the big distributors that do all the food and grocery stores, they don't really sell for you. You
Sure.
kind of have to do that yourself.
Yeah.
We've been working with brokers because they own the relationships.
Okay.
But as I said, they're very formulaic in how they
Yeah.
approach things, and so we've kind of had to pull back because we'd rather not have the business than shoddy execution or
Yeah.
inability to fulfill. So
I like that. Right? Because sometimes I would think the temptation is there for, I guess, trade-offs in some ways, but it's like,
I was going to say, I think people, and I don't know if this is entirely correct because I've never done it, but people who build the companies to flip them real quick, they don't care about making money. They care about what it appears that they can make. So that makes they'll go out and they'll pay $1 million and have all of this slotting and then turn around and be like, look, we have all of this placement. It's worth this much money. This is our valuation now.
yeah.
And so I think it's like a chase, and I don't know how that ever turns out, but I think you can spend a lot of money very quickly.
Yeah.
And not actually learn anything.
Sure.
So it's just been, but you still have brands doing that. So even if you go to the retailers, they still have 3 other people willing to pay them the money and do that thing for them.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, we usually just say, okay, no, and then we get someone come back later because they've had a bunch, like I think, don't quote me on this now, like I think we just, we were taken out of H-E-B in Dallas.
Okay.
And within like a month, they had piles of people calling, being like, where can we get this? Where can we get? And so they might actually bring us back in. They took us out because there was some buyer asserting himself and put a different brand in front of, you know what I mean? Like it was something
Sure.
competitive. It wasn't because we were doing poorly.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I say, and so now they might be bringing it back. And so it's just like, we have a strong brand. We have a
For
wonderful product. We're not trying to be flashy. We're not trying to buy your loyalty. We just want you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so I think just doing that has been to our benefit.
I like that. I like that a lot, right? It's like the Steve Martin quote is "Be so good they can't ignore you." type of
Exactly.
thing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just silent and perfect. That's what we do.
Are those the core values, the official core? No. Should be silent.
I was going to say
perfect.
silence would never be in any of my mottos. I just couldn't do it.
Semi-silent. And yeah, I love
opinionated and
there you go. Yeah. Well, that's the approach we take with our magazine too, is like, we know that when people see our product, we know if people come to our events or if they see our book or they see our magazine, they're going to be impressed. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a matter of, the challenge is getting it in front of them. Right. We're not
Yeah.
trying to like trick people into be like, oh, here, subscribe to this. And then they get like, what the hell is this?
well, you also have like that tough trade-off of you want to be the local community, but you want to reach everybody. So
Yeah.
how do you keep that identity and keep that sense of of accessibility that like I could come to you and talk about and not be like, oh, they're going to be this much money. You know what I mean? Because media
Yeah.
is very intimidating. They're all beautiful and expensive and
For sure.
and so you're just like, but I like that you guys have done a very good job of keeping it flavored like AZ still.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm very proud of that. So thank you. I appreciate that. So, how do you do that? Like, how do you keep the? I would think with a team of, now you said about 16, right, under 20. In a way, I feel it would be simpler to keep the messaging and all of that and the company culture pretty, consistent. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it definitely is. So I guess one of the things, my takeaway or my learnings is that companies spend a lot more on PR than you think they do.
Okay.
Because you don't actually get mentioned that much or talked about that much, or unless you're actively seeking engagement. If you're
Sure.
not, if you're just happy to be there, they don't notice you. They love you and they'll drink your product, but they're not going to go on your social media and be like, "Oh my gosh, I love you." You know what I mean? Like it's not
Yeah.
as performative.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's actually a really good point, right? It can be frustrating at times when you're focused so much on creating a great product, creating a great experience, and you're not, hey, vote for us for,
Well, because it seems like with every big win, you get a hater or someone
for
who
sure.
needs to send you something and tell you what you're doing wrong or how you've messed up or how you're taking advantage.
something negative.
Something usually in seeking of money or apology.
Yeah, or clicks, right? Or just views and
or attention.
Or attention. Yeah.
They're toddlers. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody just wants your attention.
For sure. Yeah, that is what it is. They want everybody's attention. Everybody wants everybody's attention. So do you have like a core, like, vision and values and stuff with your company that as you're starting to grow?
So we're really small. And one of the things we love most about being a small company is that we are a small company. And if this went wrong, you don't have to call someone and wait on the line for 2.5 hours and try and get it fixed. You just walk over, interrupt them in the middle of whatever they're doing and say, hey, I need help with this.
Yeah.
And, we're small. We're not corporate, so we don't pay as much as corporate, but we have a lot of employees who really like that they can come, have a solid job. They're not constantly being hounded about HR stuff or attendances or attending group building exercise. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that people have to spend their time doing at the office that they would rather just get the work done and go home. And I think manufacturing's big on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice. I think we have a tight group. A lot of the guys have been with us several years.
Okay. Yeah. It's good to have a good core. And that is true. Like as you get bigger and as you get into like it's funny because I come from the corporate world, but now I'm starting to implement things I learned in the corporate world to be like, oh man, this would really help our 3-person company, like all these different things. But one thing that always frustrated me was like, were those things of like, okay, this guy over in this department messed this up. So now we all have to do a weekly sit and chat thing. Like, why? Like, can I just do my job? So that like your people can just do their job and they can something they can be proud of.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
Well, and the biggest thing to me is like, I hate that it's like, why are we doing this? And someone just says, well, that's the policy. It's like, it's like, explain it to me so that you can get my buy-in. Otherwise, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Seems stupid to me, so I'm not going to do it. Yeah.
Exactly, unless it's mandated.
Yeah.
So,
full circle. That's it. That's how it all gets started. But let's take a quick break, and then we'll jump back in and wrap this up.
A quick reminder to check out our friends at Purely Sedona online and on social media. And if you see a bottle of theirs somewhere around, make sure to give it a try. They're bringing artisan water directly to you with wonderful products sourced directly here in Arizona in Sedona. Now, let's get back into today's episode.
So we can get Purely Sedona. If you're in Arizona, a lot of our listeners and followers are in Arizona, you can actually get this shipped to your house.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Any of the sizes, bottle?
If you want plastic, that's available right online.
Okay.
If you want glass shipped to your house, there's a little bit more of a minimum. We can't do one case at a time, but we can do that. You just have to call our office and we'll set it up for you.
Okay. Gotcha. All that stuff's on your website. You can find out.
No, that's not on the website.
Okay. That's a secret. That's a secret.
It is a secret.
If you really want it, you will find it. So if it was meant to be, you will find it.
I was going to say, I'm actually a big believer of people who really want it will find it.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah. So. And is it because of the weight of the glass or is it the breakability of the glass? All of it?
Both with the weight. So the weight, even shipping the plastic.
Yeah.
Like I think our online price is like $37 or something.
For actually shipping?
It's like all in, but then
yeah.
when you do the math back, like 30 of that, or not 30, probably 18 of that or 19 of that is all shipping, and that's just one zone.
Yeah.
So that's the state of Arizona, and like California would be 2 zones, and then at 2 zones it skyrockets.
Wow.
So no, it's because it's so heavy, and then the glass. The issue is we're just shrink wrapping it in a tray. We don't have anything cushioning it, so I don't know if it would ship very well.
Gotcha. Okay. But there's plenty of places in the state of Arizona to get, right? I mean, Whole Foods, now QT.
Yes. Yeah. Well, not the glass, but QT, AJ, Bashes and AJ's, Fry's, Sprouts and Whole Foods, Natural Grocers.
Yeah.
And all over at bars and restaurants, and hotels.
Nice. And it's not just Arizona, right?
Not just Arizona. So we are in Hawaii and California.
Okay.
Nevada, over to Texas, up to Kansas. Yeah. Kansas, not Missouri. We used to be in Kansas City. I think we're in Kansas City, Kansas, not Missouri.
Okay. Yeah.
And then up to, I think we just got taken out of Nebraska because Whole Foods changed something, but that kind of area.
Okay.
So
little
Midwest.
corner.
Yeah, mountain region is what Whole Foods calls it.
Okay.
And then we are available in North Dakota because my family
Yeah.
distributorship sells it.
Heck yeah.
And where else? Texas,
Okay. New Mexico,
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah, Whole Foods in New Mexico.
Colorado.
Yes, Natural
Okay.
Grocers and Whole Foods in Colorado.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. In any plan to expand beyond those states
Yes.
eventually?
Eventually.
Soon?
Yeah, we're working on it.
Okay.
It's chicken and egg. You get a distributor or a customer.
Okay. And then you can
Yep.
start to move in there and
Is to say sometimes you know the distributor, but they want a customer, and other times you want a customer, or you need to get the other way around.
Yeah.
Whatever I just said. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a challenge. It's
Yeah.
a challenge. I mean, well, you guys are doing amazing stuff. You're serving the mountain region, as Whole
Yes.
Foods would
Mountain
call
and
it.
Pacific.
No, and Pacific.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why we're in Hawaii. But
Okay.
we actually do really well in Hawaii. We're not just in Whole Foods. I think Foodland took us on out there too.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah.
Nice. Heck yeah. I
So
love
I've
it.
been to Hawaii and had my Purely Sedona.
Oh, did you? Nice. You're like, oh wow, this is really great water. Do you guys sell a lot of this? You like do a little incognito?
Well, I was gonna say I tried to pitch it that I needed to go do store checks,
Yeah.
and that I obviously need to expense my next trip to Hawaii.
Did it get approved by corporate?
Even my corporate father, who knew exactly what I was doing.
Like, no.
No.
No, that ain't happened. Like what?
No, it did not.
Yeah. Well, you're expanding now. Now I think it's an essential. You need to.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So you also do. Was it co-packaging?
Yes, we
Yeah,
do
what is that?
private label.
Okay.
We do it for a lot of mostly in the state of Arizona. A lot of the local. We work with Sysco, Shamrock, and U.S. Foods.
Okay.
And do all of their customers private label, as well as some other direct customers. We do like the Biltmore and Sanctuary,
Okay.
Hotel Valley Ho.
Yeah. So when you go there and the bellman gives you a bottle of water,
That's us.
That's you guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is that? I mean, you don't have to give me a full percentage or anything, but is that a big chunk of
Yes.
your business? Yeah.
Currently, it's still about 70% of our volume.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Because that's what the
Yeah.
original business was that we
Yeah.
purchased, and then we launched the Purely Sedona
Okay.
next to it. So
Nice. So Sedona Bottling Company that's the one that's producing all of those for Sanctuary and stuff, and then there's Purely Sedona is under.
is a brand of it. Yep.
Ah,
We also
gotcha.
have a brand called Desert Quench, but it's just purified water.
Okay.
So if places just want cheap water, that's
Yeah.
usually what we sell them, so
Desert
that we have a
Quench.
label to give them.
Okay. And is that that's just something that's like a wholesale thing, or like you don't see those in stores?
I don't think so. I think
No.
we were. I think up in Flagstaff we used to be in a couple,
Okay.
but I think we are mostly out now.
Gotcha. Okay. So what's the near future look like for you?
The near future, we've got Scottsdale Fashion Week coming up.
Nice. Okay.
We've got the Emmys coming up. We are sponsoring the Emmys this year.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
Like the Emmys?
The Emmys.
That's badass.
We did the SAG Awards in February.
That's right.
And
yeah.
they reached out around that time. And
Nice.
thought if we wanted to do the Emmys. Yeah. So we are quite excited about that.
How do you get that? Like, how do you nail that down? They just so good they can't ignore you? Kind
Yeah.
of?
I mean, I think so. This speaks to SLE, but Steve Levine Entertainment. But I think they're just great to work with. I think they're
Yeah.
nice people. I think I personally don't, but like a lot of LA publicists and whatnot can be probably intimidating. And
Sure.
so it's probably like they're sweet and they're nice and they're friendly and I like working with them. So I imagine other
Yeah.
people do too.
Yeah. Oh, they've been great.
Yeah.
Like you're the only like working with you. We're working with them directly. I think you're the only company that we work with that works with them as well. There's no other, but they're great. Zach and Brooklyn, and I don't remember the girl's name from last year, but she was awesome. Like everybody. Yeah.
Mara? No, not Mara.
No, I can't remember her name. It was a younger girl, dark hair. But all of them have been awesome. It's yeah. I would say she would feel bad. I hope if she's listening to the podcast, I hope she's listening. I'm
Still
sorry.
did a good job.
Yeah, she did awesome. But no, they're great. They're great to work with. So that's cool that you got. I mean, the Emmys. Dang.
Yeah. Well, I think also so we they were looking for glass.
Yeah.
Which limits their options there. But I don't know why they picked us. I probably have a fan. Every now and then we have diehard fans. who like love the water and champion it. And I mean, I really thank all of you because that's what's building my business is people who just buy in and love it.
For sure. Yeah, that's a quality product, right? Like the product speaks for itself, and I mean also the branding and all that. Like the full package is just incredible. So, awesome. Well, anything else? Like so you're sponsoring the Emmys, you're going to get a Grammy, all that stuff.
I personally won't get the Grammy.
Somebody will. But
for this podcast episode, our Grammy award-winning episode of
First
A Taste
ever.
of AZ.
Yep. So anything else you want to share? Anything else you guys got going on? You got Fashion Week. You've got the Emmys
What
coming
else we
up.
got, Zach? I'm asking.
Zach panicked. He's like, oh, man.
What?
You want to talk about Sedona?
Oh, we're doing the what? Oh, that's next February. That's so far out.
Yeah.
I think we're doing a child help. I don't know if it's for child help, but it's a sport truck RV race track day.
Oh.
And it's at Apex.
Okay.
It used to be down at Indy Motorsports. And I think we're doing that as well, which is they let people buy tickets and you get to go race a car for a day. And it benefits, I believe, child help.
Wow.
Or Phoenix Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Too.
You get to race
I
a
know
race
it's kids.
car? It's kids.
You do
Helping
get to race. If you don't like driving, you can do a hot lap with one of the professional drivers.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Like last time I was there, they had also built a dirt track next to it, and you could go get a ride in a jacked up pickup around a dirt race course. Which
Really?
was fun.
Like a monster truck type of thing? Oh,
Yeah, that
that's
was
awesome.
fun too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are doing cool stuff. Keep it up. Keep spreading the word. I'm going to keep spreading the word. Hopefully we can get you back for our festivals this year, and we love working with you. So
Thank you.
Thank you for making the time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Zach, thanks for setting this up, man.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode of A Taste of AZ podcast, sponsored by our friends at Purely Sedona. Again, make sure to visit their website, check them out on social media, and try and grab a bottle of theirs around town because it is delicious stuff. Make sure to catch us at our upcoming event, Sip Savor Shop, subscribe to our email newsletter, and until next time, cheers.